Come on, man. It was just on 5G. Come on, man. What's up, man? I can't get the 5G while I'm over here in this whatever spot I'm in. All right, fuck it, man. Hey, mic check, man. 1, 2. Let me be the first to say this, right? About Big J, right? Big J. Shout out to Big J, right? Shout out to Big J Triple X. I see what Big J is doing. I'm peeping the play, right? And I can agree to a lot of what he's talking about. Cause that boy been on fire. That nigga been on fire, man, for the last shit couple days for sure. But to Big J, I think what you're doing is wasting your breath, man, in my opinion, because I mean you've been around here longer than anybody. So you know how this shit tend to go. And the thing is, it's almost like I'm having a fucking headache, man. It's like this shit is causing migraines, man. What up, Apple YT? What up? This shit, nigga, everybody gonna need to take some Tylenol, extra strength, or whatever the hell it is, because you're not gonna get the conversation in the space, man. And you're not gonna get people on these panels getting out their goddamn emotions and their feelings and shit, right? And they actually just talking like grown folks, man. It's not there yet, dog. You should know that. I want Big J to understand that shit. And Big J is very smart. He's very intelligent. But it seems like even people can be so intelligent and so smart to not understand where they at because they in it. It's like, okay, you in it. Step outside of yourself and look at this shit. You going off, nigga, you making some strong points. Hold the fuck up. I know good and well. Just I know motherfucker. Hold up. About fucking time, dog. It's about time, man. God damn. They been sitting this bitch 3 hours, man. Shh, about time, bro. Nigga waiting at a shipper for 3 hours, man. I gotta come up off some money. At detention time, right? But look, getting back to Big J. Big J, I'm hearing what you're saying, dog. You calling out the bullshit, right? I hear what you said on Sharon panel about boys up there acting like they saw a starstruck and they didn't want to get on Tommy's ass. And I understood what Sharon was saying too, about when you invite people up, you want to give people a chance to speak their piece without attacking them because of what they said or what they done in the past. You want to kind of like, you want them to kind of repeat what the fuck they've been talking about on your shit. So maybe you might ask some questions, and that might require for them to give you certain answers, and then you can go at that based on that, right? Me personally, I used to be that way. Like if I ain't fuck with you or the shit you was saying was on some dumb shit, the moment I get a chance to get at you, it's like, nigga, I'm going at you instead of just letting you dig your own grave. So I understood where he's coming from, where Big J is coming from. Okay? The hypocrisy, right? So you know, dealing with black people is always gonna be hypocrisy. That's just the game that we play. Getting back to trying to have this conversation, it's so many different things that we have to touch on that you see is starting to happen now, right? You see that people are starting to speak on these different things, and the shit is still very uncomfortable. And the reason why I say that these conversations can be very uncomfortable because people don't want to get on here and start running their mouth. It's only because of the space we're in. People can't get on this bitch and start running their mouth, dog, because folks are going to use it against them. That's it. Folks cannot be transparent. They cannot have a heart-to-heart. They can't vocalize what they done been through or what they going through, or when they had, they was going through a bad time, or hell, even they talking about their good times, right? But really, we talking about the bad part. The conversation we tend to try to have is more on the it's on the bad side of the game. Folks not gonna be truthful about it because folks don't want to be confessing about things. Folks don't want to let people know the things they actually have done. It's easy to sound like the goddamn victim, and that's what you get. You know, everybody can be a victim. Everybody can play the victim. It's like you can get on this bitch and say anything about how a person did something to you, how they did this to you, how you got mistreated, you got handled wrong, you got disrespected and all. It's just easy to do that, right? And that's the reason why the conversation can't be had, because that everybody who listen know it got to be another side of this shit too. And we're not taking away from victims. We're saying in the case of all the victims coming out, what about the victimizers? What about people who've done things also to cause whatever they are going through, right? It's like you got to actually come on out here and speak truth about, okay, this is why I'm going through what I'm going through. It's like a nigga in prison, right? A guy in prison, he got to tell you why he's in prison before you get anywhere, right? He can't just make it seem like he didn't have a daddy and shit. You know, his mama abused him and all those shit. That's why he in prison. No, he got to actually tell you, oh, I committed a murder, man. That's the reason why I'm in prison right now. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of folks don't want to do that, because if you didn't get caught with some shit, that you're not going to fuck around and confess. Now, we leave it at that, man. Getting back to what I'm hearing with Brownsville side, and Brownsville, you making good sense too, right? Brownsville, people are going against Brownsville because they're trying to call him a fraud because they've seen this movie play out before. And Brownsville's making some damn good points when he made to Tommy and anybody on the panel, is that why you niggas got so much smoke for like your mama and your grandmother? Why not have some smoke for your daddies, right? And you hear niggas like Tommy and a lot of guys on the panel saying, well, they daddy one now, so they don't know what type of smoke to give they daddy, right? But then the fact that he wasn't there in itself, it's enough for you to give him smoke. It's like the fact that you know as a grown-ass man that if you're gonna make babies, right? You lay down with a woman, you make a baby with a woman, that you're supposed to be there for that woman and that baby, right? And own up to your responsibilities. The fact that you got so many men who are deadbeats, so many men who are actually absentee fathers, right? That is the smoke. Don't go based on, and we talking about the niggas still alive too, right? That's the smoke right there. Don't go based on he wasn't there, so therefore you can't really charge him up because you don't even know the nigga, or you barely saw the guy, right? So you only know your mama, and that's the reason why you giving her all this energy, because you frustrated with her, because deep down you really mad with her for picking this nigga who wouldn't be that type shit. So like you mad at your mama and her choices on who she decided to lay down with. So now the same thing, you vagina policing, or you trying to control some shit that happened before you was even born. So you got this anger. Now it's on your mama. Why did you, hey mama, why did you pick a nigga who wasn't trying to be here? Why did you lay down with a man who didn't have no intentions on helping you raise me, or at least be in my life? That's the smoke you got for your mama. You mad at her, right? You want to put the blame on her because she let your daddy, you know, get inside of her, dog. And it's like, mama, you didn't know what type of nigga this guy was? Nah, Brownsville telling you niggas, nah, bro, don't go after your mama like that, nigga. Go after your daddy for laying down with your mama and putting a baby in your mama, and didn't have no intentions on being there to help raise that baby with your mama. And that make goddamn good sense, but that's hard to fucking acknowledge for men who just want to be bitter and they want to just go at motherfuckers, dog. It's hard to acknowledge that shit. That my daddy fucked my mama and put me in my mama, nigga. And my mama conceived. My mama conceived and she gestated. And then she gave birth to me. And my daddy was nowhere to be found. That's not on my goddamn mama that my daddy didn't want to have nothing to do with my ass. That's on my goddamn daddy. You can't keep giving passes to a daddy like that who didn't want to be in your life. I don't give a fuck if he was married or he had a girlfriend back then, or if it was a fling, some recreational shit. We don't give a fuck about none of that, nigga. We talking about the fact that the nigga, he fucked your mama, put a baby in you, which is you, and then didn't have no intention on taking care of you. And now you got all that smoke for your goddamn mama, nigga. No, leave your mama the fuck alone. Especially if she raised you day by day, nigga, up to when you was 18. That's a lot of fucking days, man. That's, what's that? I mean, that's a couple, that's over 10,000, that's 12,000. How many days is that, nigga? You got, man, that's well over, I know that's well over 12,000 days, man. She raised you, nigga, by herself. You can't. I'm still coming up short. Talking about 12,000. You can't be talking shit to your goddamn mama like that, nigga. Blaming her for shit. And you still here and you alive. What up, Big J, big homie? What up, Big J? You said my eyes on Brown. I mean, let Brownsville make it, man. Brownsville either gonna expose himself, Big J, or he's gonna prove to be truthful. And I want to believe in Brownsville because, you know, he is a police officer, and I know, you know, police officers be crooked and shit, right? We know that. But I want to believe that Brownsville don't think that he can actually come to this space and think he finna run game on anybody with that, what's up, queen, hey, queen, what's up, king, what's up. I'm gonna hope that he's learning from Southern men like you and I, that we know how to say yes, ma'am, no, sir, yes, sir, open the door. You know, that's Southern hospitality, bro. That's Southern gentleman shit. I'm just hoping that shit kind of stuff is rubbing off on him. But yeah, he might be taking it a little too far, but then again, it's a good direction to go. I don't think Brownsville's a bad person. I don't think he bad people. I think he actually cool people, man. I actually think, and my discernment sometimes may be a little off, but for the most part, I feel Brownsville have pretty good intentions, because what is he going to gain for bullshit in the space, man? Now, I'm going to tell you this, Big J. I do feel, for the fact that you ask, why is he always on these panels? Why he never at work if he's a law enforcement officer, right? Why he don't do what he needs to be doing as a cop, right? I do feel that this may be his assignment. I do believe you have a lot of agents, you have a lot of people who work in government who are in these spaces, and they are, you know, in on the panel. And it's a bunch of police officers, man. They be on the panel. Like on Fatty, it's a police officer be over there with Fatty. It's some people working the government. You know what I mean? These people have been given these assignments. Brownsville could be on some type of, I'm not gonna say you're on disability, but he could be on some type of, you know, leave, or not necessarily leave. I'm talking crazy. This could be his assignment to actually to come into these spaces, because, you know, the FBI has always been into this space. So now you got a police officer, a New York police officer. He's in this space, and he just looking at the players in the space, and he listened to the talking points, and he's going back reporting to his sergeant or his lieutenant. And this could be just his case. The nigga could be just straight up building cases and shit on everybody in the space, and we feeding right into it. It's just like how them guys be on social media, on Instagram and Facebook, and they had these pictures of some of the most beautiful women, and you can tell they fake ass pictures, right? But they doing it to catch people. That's what they doing. I think Brownsville's on that type of time, right? In my opinion. Now, I'm not against black people being in law enforcement or in the military, but my thing is, you're right. Why do you got so much time to be on panels for the whole goddamn panel, and in a city like New York, nigga, not Mayberry, nigga, New York. You know they commit crimes all day, every day. Hold on, let me see something. All right, still working on it. Yeah, why you on the goddamn panel all day, unless you are fucking watching us? And then we find out in a couple of months that, you know, certain spaces again are deemed to be terrorists, certain talking points or terroristic talking points, then we'll know they probably come from Brownsville. That girl say, "Fit me from the A." Say, "Hey, BJ, She came to my chat talking about, hey, Big J, man, ain't there? I know there ain't no hospitality. There ain't no Southern hospitality right there. She can't be a Southern woman at all. Because we was raised in the South. And once we walk into the door, into anybody's house, we speak to everybody sitting there. Everybody sitting down. Everybody who was there first. We speak to everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? What's up? Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hey, hello. Not just coming in and speaking to one person, but ignoring the motherfucker who owned the goddamn house. Ain't that something? Big J, look. Big J, my thing is with you, Big J, you're not doing anything wrong in my opinion. I think you're gonna have to, Big J, you're gonna have to actually just do what you do best, right? Know how to pique the minds of people and calm down a little bit and really disprove what everybody is saying, because as I'm listening on the show, no one is really saying that you're wrong, but folks gonna try to use the fact that you yelling and you getting hyped and you getting turned up against you because they can't go against your talking point, right? Like what you said about Tommy. You said niggas acting like they starstruck, right? So they couldn't really deny that. They just had to give justification for why they allowed for him to be able to, speak his mind and not get at him. She said she wasn't raised in the South, but still, though, you still come in people's house, you still speak, though, right? You come speak to the goddamn host, you come to chat, you speak to the host, you don't speak to a person who already, I know you know Big J, but goddamn, nigga, what the fuck am I live for? But yo, then Big J, I'm looking at the same stream, right? They start talking about Otis, and Otis, he gonna hear this shit for a while, man. Him and Pookie, they gonna hear it like how I've been hearing it, right? It's just what it is, right? That's the name of the game. Folks gonna hear it. You gonna hear, all right, whatever you did in your background, in your past, dog. Yeah, people gonna talk about it because they can't necessarily talk about anything else like what you're doing now because they don't like the fact that you could be doing something better now. So it's like to remind you about what happened when you was younger and you didn't know no better and you did some stupid shit or you came up very short, right? So they gonna mention that. They have to. Because they acknowledge what you're doing now. It's gonna make them look like they losers now because they are losers to you at this point. So even in the case of a nigga like Otis, right? Me personally, I don't have nothing against Otis, but I want people to be truthful about that shit even with Otis. The thing with Otis, man, Otis just got on here, he just admitted that he pretty much did what every man have done who got a wife or a girlfriend or a baby mama, and pretty much done took the pussy, man. And this shit sound crazy, man, but you guys, any woman around who've ever been in a relationship with a guy, that have she ever been violated by this guy, and she gonna have to tell you, yo. She gonna have to tell you at one, but did she call the police on? Did she file charges on? No. That was them, that was their thing, right? So you got women who done had sex when they wasn't trying to have sex. They done had they nigga who they been living with or staying with, just straight up just ravish they motherfucking ass, take it from them when she wasn't in the mood or none of that shit, when she was mad. And these women didn't do nothing about that. So when I hear what Otis said, it's like, okay, Otis, you came out here and you said some shit that a lot of guys don't want to admit just yet, and a lot of women don't want to admit too. But then in so many words, they are admitting to the shit now by either going at you because you gonna make niggas confess about what they did. And folks don't be wanting to confess when they feel like they done got away with shit. So it's kind of like that dude, like I told you, that dude G Delp, man, who went and he robbed a guy back in 1993, and he accidentally killed him. He wasn't trying to kill him, and I do believe he's truthful about that. There was a robbery that went wrong. And then when he found out after the guy died, he found out years later he was already messing with P. Diddy and all them guys, right? With Black Rob and shit. And he had hit Snarlo shit in 2000. And then in 2010, he said he gave his life to God, so he just fucked around and went and told the police what happened. And that's commendable, man. I give him that, man. But to other street niggas who've done the same shit and even worse, they'll feel some type of way about that because they done got away with robbing and accidentally killing some nigga. And now you got G-Dep coming telling everybody that he robbed and killed somebody, and that's gonna put that pressure, that guilty conscience on every nigga who done the same thing, especially niggas he know or who he been around, and them guys who he been around and who he know feel like he might fuck around and tell on them, which he might not ever do the shit, but they gonna feel that way. So they gonna give him pushback. I'm sure when he did that shit, New York, Brownsville, New York, them didn't like that. They ain't like that move. Cause you supposed to be able to commit crimes and get away with the crime. Not coming back confessing to what the fuck you got away with, especially 17 years later, like G-Dep did, right? So the same thing, niggas coming at Otis with the same type of energy, right? All right, nigga, you did this shit back when you was 20. That's like 33 years ago, right? You say you 53? That was 33 years ago. Why you talking about this shit now? But Otis saying he felt bad about it. You can't feel bad. Turn this goddamn shit off, man. Shit cold as a motherfucker, man. That shit get cold. Hey, man, listen. Thing is, you can't be feeling bad about you doing some shit to violate anybody. So why Otis feeling bad? Everybody, nigga, why you feeling bad about that shit? Nigga, you took the pussy from your wife. You feel like your wife shouldn't be telling you no. Like a lot of men feel like they baby mama and girlfriend and wife, shouldn't be denying them no pussy at all, right? You know what I'm saying? So these niggas, if they feel like she is trying to put up a little resistance or trying to hold it down a little bit, these niggas be trying to show their dominance against the women who they're with. And that's just always been the case. It don't happen all the time, but it happens to where I bet you damn near every woman in YouTube in these spaces can tell you that they baby daddy. Nigga, come on, man. Motherfucking baby daddy took the pussy, nigga. Like he went here and all that other shit about how you feeling sick and you ain't feeling good. And he's told you lay the fuck down, or he put his dick in your mouth, or he put his dick in you, and he just fucked the shit out you, dog. And it's like you stayed with the nigga. You didn't file no charges on this nigga. You wasn't gonna file charges on it because you thought that was ridiculous. That shit does sound ridiculous though, man. It's like, and I'm hearing people like Miss Knott, right? Kier saying, so what if women go inside y'all wallet and take y'all credit card or whatnot, y'all debit card, and start swiping, right? And buying shit. Well, how many niggas gonna leave her for that though? If you want to compare the two, that could be a good comparison, but how many guys gonna actually leave their wife or girlfriend for actually taking money out their account to go and buy some shoes or to go buy an outfit? Like she just really wanted to go and do some shit. She really wanted to go and get something to eat. And she went and got a whole lot of food or whatnot, nigga. She just went and used that nigga car to go get it when he was asleep or when he wasn't aware. It's like, yeah, that's some hoe ass shit, but still, is it some hoe ass shit to where this nigga gonna fucking file charges on her and try to sue her for the shit? No, he's not. That's all Otis, in my opinion, that's all that nigga was doing. Telling everybody exactly what damn near every nigga on this bitch and did. And now listen, it's one thing when you hear these stories about men date raping women and shit, knocking women out and taking it from them, compared to, we talking about a wife, your girlfriend, and a dude just feeling like his wife or girlfriend shouldn't be telling him no. And all these niggas on here feel like if they get a girlfriend, she shouldn't be saying no to sex, because why do he have a girlfriend if he can't get pussy anytime he want to? He might as well be single, huh? Nigga might as well be single, huh? That's the logic behind this shit. Same thing with the nigga Pookie. Shout out to Pookie, right? Y'all not gonna expose shit about these men that's gonna be a surprise, dog, because if you really believe in your heart that black men ain't hitting no shit and black men are degenerates, dog, when you hear stories, degenerate ass stories about black men, it shit shouldn't surprise you like that. And it seems like it's surprising everybody when they hear this shit. And that shit wear out real fast. Even with the nigga Pookie, right? Pookie, you got you an Olympic medal winning hurdler, a sprinter for a wife, and whatever situation went down with you and her 10 years ago, people trying to expose that now, but not looking at the fact that you had 2 kids after her. No. You two had 2 kids with her after that situation. Excuse me. What does that mean, man? Because, like, what does that mean, dog? Like, what does this mean, man? I've asked the women on Bomb Cherry Channel, when it comes to this whole domestic violence and this type of stuff, right? All right, either you gonna get this nigga locked up or you gonna just roll with it because this is your man, this is your situation, and you don't want everybody getting involved in it unless it's just too much. In the case of even Pookie's situation, it's a domestic violence situation, but if the woman stayed with the nigga afterwards and still with him now and gave him 2 more individual, 2 separate babies, not the twins that he say he got. So it wasn't like 2 twins she had again, 2 sets of twins, nigga. She had 3 pregnancies for this nigga. What's the deal, man? What y'all want that nigga to do? All right, he admitted it on Bomb Cherry shit that he was in a bad place and he did some fucked up shit. Okay, is that gonna make everybody counsel him? Hell the fuck no, nigga. Cause like I say, if you want to call out every nigga on here who done put hands on women, that's damn near 60% of niggas on this bitch who done put their hands on a woman that they was with. Especially if you 40 and 50 years old, nigga. Dog, I can promise you, if you done had enough girlfriends, enough women you done stayed with, all right, if you done stayed with a woman for sure, let's put it like that. Let's put it like that, right? I might can give you a little grace on if you just, you didn't stay with her and y'all was just, y'all had your own little spot or whatever the fuck it may be, and you was never I'm talking about a nigga who done lived with a woman. Dog, I can promise you, over 60% of niggas on YouTube who actually have lived with a woman done put their hands on that woman. No doubt in my mind, dog. There's no doubt in my fucking mind. And probably done worse than what Pookie did. The thing is, if you don't have women filing charges and they not goddamn going nowhere, dog, these dudes can always deny that they ever did some shit like that. But we know it wasn't just your uncle and your daddy whooping your mom and your aunt ass, bro. Your granddaddy whooping your grandmother ass, nigga. It was motherfucking, it's niggas now. That shit is hereditary, like I told you. All that shit is hereditary, dog. When you hear about these stories of people molesting children, people want to talk about me and what I did when I was 11. And then you talk about so many women. What up, Daniel Barry? What up? So many women and men have been through this shit. And I can promise you, I wasn't the only motherfucker, dog, doing no shit like that. So you got other women, and you talking about how some nigga done this to you, and it's going all over the goddamn country. And that shit go back to what? It go back to the beginning? So people doing that shit now? Same thing with niggas putting hands on women, taking that shit back to their great-granddaddy in them days, their granddaddy days, bro. That's what the fuck they was doing. This shit is not new. The same way you got women having babies today, right? When they was having babies 50 years ago. It's just what it is, though, right? That's just the name of the goddamn game. Man, that shit crazy. That's some natural shit. We talking about her having a baby, but women ain't stopped having babies, though, man. I'm just giving an example to show you that what your grandmother was doing, you doing the same thing your grandmother was doing. These niggas doing the same shit that they goddamn granddaddy was doing. They uncles doing the same shit. Ain't nothing wrong with having babies. I'm giving an example of what they was doing back then and what they doing now. Like even when I'm watching that chick, and Big J, you know this woman, the intellectual media chick, right? The cute chick, man, who be running down history of a lot of things that goes on or what's been going on from years ago and stuff like that, right? And she spoke on the history of black people and clubs, juke joints, hole in the wall clubs and shit like that, right? And she said something that was very key when she was doing her video. And she said that even back in the 30s, right, with the hole in the walls and the speakeasies, You got folks would get drunk, and at the end of the night, it was shootouts going on after the goddamn club. And I'm looking like, what? I knew this shit. We know this shit, right? But then when you hear about these niggas doing the same shit now, that's all you ever heard, bro. You heard of niggas shooting each other and shooting at each other at the end of the goddamn club, man. Is that not hereditary? Yes, nigga, the same shit your granddaddy and great granddaddy was doing back in the 30s, dog. They was shooting shit, shooting at each other. They was, nigga, I promise you. What up, Molly? They was shooting the shit. They was doing the same thing niggas are doing now. Them same game banging. Niggas out there, nigga, organized criminal crime and shit. They was out, nigga, in the 50s, dog. They were doing that shit back then. They doing that shit now. We gotta stop acting like we can't have a conversation, and we not putting the blame on the folks that come before us, man. Them folks are dead and gone, unless the ones who still living. My point I'm saying is, when you see the certain behaviors taking place now, dog, just know it ain't started with us. It ain't gonna start with us. And the reason why it's not gonna stop because y'all niggas don't want to be truthful about the situation without being so fucking triggered, without getting so pissed off and mad, and I want to hear the shit. So it's like y'all trying to touch on the subject, but y'all don't really want to get into it, because when you get into it, the shit won't be pretty for one. When your ass get into these conversations, man, and you start looking at yourself and be like, well, god damn, I did the same shit. Even though I ain't never straight up outright whooped a woman ass, but I done punched the wall and shit. I done threw shit at my woman. I done fucked in, you know, I done did all kind of aggressive shit. Done bumped into it and stepped on her toes or whatnot. Done stayed away for a couple of days and had to worry about where the fuck I was at. I done did all kind of other abusive type shit to her, man. When y'all gonna have a motherfucking conversation without actually touching on the shit, and then when you start saying things that people don't want to hear, then somebody want to interrupt your ass and fucking try to discredit and try to disprove what you're saying and shit when they can't do it. And on a side note, man, while I'm sitting here waiting to get loaded, man, I've been here. How many hours I've been here, motherfucker? That bitch say 4 hours and 30 minutes, dog. So I will be getting some detention time, but at the same time, nigga, I wanted to get the fuck up out of here, dog. I'm out here in Virginia, nigga, and I gotta go through West Virginia, nigga. That wasn't no cooler ride the other day, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like riding through West Virginia, man, in my opinion. I don't like riding through West Virginia, dog. I don't, man. That's just one state. I see why niggas avoid them motherfuckers, because it ain't really no many black people like that. I tell her, unless you are doing what I'm doing. But at the same time, man, them roads, man, like that's just a whole roller coaster, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. You got some states to where the highways are just smooth across that bitch, like Kansas, nigga, Iowa, hell, Illinois, Indiana, fuck it. Yeah, Ohio, fuck it. Then you get those Wisconsins and the motherfucking them Tennessees. Well, Tennessee's straight through, but we're talking about the smooth ride, like when nigga rode through Kansas, from Kansas City to Denver. That was like 560 miles, man. And it was just straight. Interstate 80, just smooth, man. I'm like, god damn. And don't get me wrong, coming from Ohio, coming here yesterday, it was smooth riding through here, dog. But then you get to Charleston, West Virginia, that shit just started. And the reason why I'm saying this shit, because I'm like, man, I wanted to kind of like, the reason why I'm saying this shit now, because I wanted to have some daylight to get through this West Virginia shit, at least be in Ohio, man. But I'm seeing that it's already 7:22 Eastern time right now. I might can get an hour or a little. It's gonna be nighttime, but still, nigga. I don't like that shit. I don't like waiting for no damn near 4 or 5 hours, man. That's just me, personally. But yeah, getting back to what we're saying, man, when you guys gonna have this conversation without everybody wanna overtalk each other, everybody wanna get mad with each other, everybody wanna point fingers and put the blame on other people instead of just standing their own shit. And when I see people going at oldest, right, on panels, folks are looking at elders and people who can come on out and speak what they done been through. They looking at them with a little admiration, and they don't like the fact that they can't really muster up the strength to come out like that just yet. That's all you see, man. I need Big J to keep doing what he doing, but I want Big J to start asking them goddamn them questions like motherfucking Stephen A. Smith or something, man. Big J gotta come on and get with it on some just making niggas look stupid in real time like he was doing today. But you don't want folks to be saying that you yelling all the time to try to discredit what you're saying because they can't answer your question. You want to leave it at, all right, here you go. Let me ask you this. If y'all want to go at Brownsville, asking Brownsville, why you hide behind women? You see what I'm saying? Why you you trying to get a side chick, man, or you trying to get some cash ups? What are you trying to do? Because how would your wife feel about you doing shit like this online, right? And believe it or not, man, these men who act like they on some hotel. Now I think Brownsville, he got some Nation of Islam in him, but these niggas' wives don't be wanting them to be acting all so courteous and sweet and chivalrous with other women like that, man. And if you know black women, you know that is true. Unless Brownsville is married to some other race of woman. So when he's speaking that queen shit, everybody's a queen, and he's speaking sweet nothings and all that, right? You gotta ask, how would your wife feel about hearing you talk like this? Because you sure not talking like this in front of her, because you tend to be at a park or some shit, like you away. You're not in the house. You're not in the motherfucking house, my nigga. You see what I'm saying? And I fuck with Brownsville, but Brownsville, you're not in the house with your wife calling everybody on these panels queens and shit. Your wife will look at you stupid and be like, man, what the fuck is you trying to set up, nigga? What is you doing? He not in front of his wife. Cause like, you'll be damned if your wife was calling niggas kings, and it's the same as calling motherfucker baby, dog. Like boo, bae, all that. It's the same shit, bro. It's the same term of endearment. But yeah, when you lay it on thick by saying queens and all that, that's just hotep shit, bro. And we know about the hotep hustle. You can't run that hotep hustle on us now at this point. Now we done got past the hotep hustle. But the question to Brownsville, would you actually be saying all that queen shit in front of your wife? Because you tend to do that when you outside. You outside like a motherfucker. And that'll make you look suspicious, like, what are you up to? Why you outside, nigga? You outside talking about, hey, queen, peace to you, queen. What's going on with you, queen? Hey, queen. Hey, queen. Oh, look, make sure they... All right, they still got me. Still red, man. So, yo, Big J, get on the panel, Big J. Ask some questions, bro. You attacking. You got the right to attack. But since you see where you at over there in Sharon shit, that's not the strategy right there. That's not a panel where everybody can just attack people off rip, right? You gotta make folks look kind of crazy in what they saying and what they trying to say or what they trying to do. And that's the way you win it. What up, Red, Hazel, Green? What up? Let me ask you a question. Oh, Red, Hazel, Green, right? You had a husband. I don't know if you got a husband or not, right? But if you got somebody you're dealing with, right? How would you feel if you heard him calling other women queen? Hey, queen, peace to you, queen. How you doing, queen? Would you feel some type of way about that, or would you let that shit ride? And he do it every time, man. He do it every time he see these same women, or just women, period, but really these same women. And he happen to go outside the house to do it. He don't do it in front of you. Let's just say you happen to log in and you see exactly what panel he's getting on, and he don't know you see this shit. And you look at this nigga just actually landing on thick with other women, and he don't even come at you like that. So I would be pissed. So he don't even come at you treating you with that type of chivalry and that type of respect, but you hear him and he doing that with other women, and he thinking that you don't see the shit because you ain't supposed to know where he's at. But then again, he's on his cousin shit, and you know his cousin, right? Sharon, his cousin, for instance, right? So let's say, you know, your husband is getting on his cousin's panel, like in the case of Brownsville getting on Sharon's panel, so you know his cousin. Hey, you say you'll be pissed, right? Argument off the rip. What you think about men, period, who talk about that hey queen shit? Who namaste and peace to you. Like, do you think these guys really feel that way? Or because you know, if a guy just told you straight up, hey, how you doing? What's up with you? That's more authentic, in my opinion. I'm not saying he got to call you a bitch or call you out your name to be authentic, right? But that's also it's authentic too. If a nigga call you outright a bitch, man, he ain't holding nothing back. He ain't trying to impress nothing. You say that's just game. That's a game. It's definitely game. But is it being ran the right way, right? Let me give you an example. It could be game, right? We'll give you game. But do women love it to where they just can't resist it when it happens? It's kind of like if you know a guy is running game on you, but yeah, he's doing something that's so sweet that you can't deny that you like what he's doing, even though you know he's full of shit. But let's say if he's singing to you, he got a good voice and he's singing to you, you know he's full of shit, but he sounds good, or he dancing with you. Like I be seeing these little dudes skating and shit with these women, and they be smooth with it. The women be smooth with it, right? So you got a guy, he taking you on a skating rink, right? And he dancing, and y'all going around a skating rink, and he's doing it the right way, but he does it with other women, and he's full of shit. But you can't deny that it feels good when he does it to you. Is that the case? I hate when men sing. Come on, man, don't say that. Say some women do, but they're delusional. Is delusion a bad thing? Delusion, I think delusion is a bad thing when you try to put it on other people compared to yourself. So like, if I told myself, man, you know, I'm gonna go out here and try to run 5 miles a day, dog, even though I haven't ran nowhere near 5 miles in my life. I probably ran like 3 tops. I mean, shit, that's probably, don't laugh at nigga. But if I say I'm gonna get here and run 5 miles, right? Well, me being delusional might get me to that 5 miles eventually. You know, I might just set a goal and say, all right, I'm gonna run this shit. I'm delusional, but I'm gonna achieve this shit, right? Compared to being delusional about somebody else. I can't put that on them that they would actually show up and show up for me for why I would be delusional. So in the case of women who like guys who run game and talk sweet and straight bullshit, and they want him to actually be truthful about it. So you put it on him, and then if he doesn't prove to be truthful, if he don't prove to be genuine about it, then you mad with the nigga for running game on you. Well, that's how it works. I can tell that he's had a lot of practice. It's a lot of practice, man. That's what that is, practice. That's a lot of practice right there. I see the worst in people first, right? Not the best, man. So that's what impressed me. I'm the same way, man. I see the worst in people, or I see the worst in situations, and then I can see the best also. After I lay it out, like, okay, the worst, I'm going in to see the worst. And folks like to call you pessimistic when you do this type of shit, but it's simply you knowing what you done been through or knowing what you know. And it's kind of hard for you to pretend like you don't understand this type of particular game, right? So when you hear people say you pessimistic, you always see the worst in shit. And that's just because of the world we live in. And all this bad shit you see happening around us every fucking day. How can you not acknowledge the worst first? And then you can see some good in this shit. Because you won't be disappointed though when you see the worst first. You only get disappointed when you try to see the best and the good in people first, and they disappoint you because you put that responsibility on them, and they never told you to do no shit like that. It's just the fact that you want them to be that way. Like what I was saying the other day. Yeah, you're right, you've been a realist. Like what I was saying the other day about women, right? How women, they want to judge men based on men being limited to shit. It's like, nah, man. You just want to judge him because you know he got limited access to certain things. And that's how you're going to judge him. So you're going to look at his goodness based on him not being able to do certain things that other men can do. And the moment he get a chance to do what other men can do, now all of a sudden now you mad with him for that shit? Well, why you didn't go in and say, you know what, this is a man I'm dealing with. I know men tendencies. I know what the fuck men be thinking about, what they be wanting. All right. And then you can see, all right, this nigga got some good in him, bro. He actually is a generous guy. This guy right here actually know how to take care of the house. You know how to take care of things around the house, right? Like this guy actually is respectful. Like he got a little respect. He got a little discipline in him. I see his character for what it is because I've already acknowledged that he could actually be the worst type of nigga I've ever dealt with. I've already let it be known that nothing he do can disappoint me. But when I start seeing the good that he doing, I'm still not negating the fact that he can do some bad shit too. But I'm looking at, okay, this guy here, he been doing this shit too long, man. So I know he's really about this shit, in my opinion. I'm not gonna give it all to this nigga at first, based on him being limited on what he can and cannot do. And then the moment he start getting some shit, and all of a sudden now I'm switching up on him, right? And that's what I see a lot of women doing when they get with a bomb ass nigga, a broke ass nigga, a so-called good nigga, a nigga who ain't got shit, who ain't never did shit, never had access to real shit, comparing that nigga to toxic ass niggas or niggas who got money or niggas who actually, you know, can move around freely and shit. I've seen these type of women who've already came to the conclusion that her man is different. And the moment he start trying to improve himself in areas to where you know he might replace your ass, then you start giving him a hard time. So let's say if he was fat when you met him or he wasn't just in the best shape when you met him and you accepted him like that, talking about he's a good dude, you never looked at what he would be like if he actually got into some shape. Would he actually be a good nigga to you? Would he actually not cheat on your ass, nigga? Now he got other women, all women, everywhere he go, women looking at his ass now, right? And that's why when you see him starting to work out, you're going to fuck around, have a problem with that. You're going to have an issue. You're going to feel some type of way about this shit. It makes sense. Same way if he was broke and I would say he started getting money. He started getting money and he started doing things. You already kind of see that this nigga going to fuck around and get a new bitch, man. You know this shit. This motherfucking nigga, he ain't had no money when I first got with him, dog. And that's why I got with his ass. And that be the women's fault, though, man. You got with the nigga because you just felt that he wasn't going to do shit. So you was good with where he was at this moment. And the moment he started doing shit within like 2 or 3 years of you fucking with him, now you want to start giving him hell for the shit, bro. How does that, what the fuck is that about? So you admitting that you knew he wasn't going to be shit, or you didn't think he would be shit this quick, or you pretty much didn't want him to be shit on your watch. And now he's starting to show that he want to be a real man, and you just know that's going to attract all these other women and shit. Him getting money, him looking better, him taking on shit like a goddamn man. You know other women been dying for a nigga like that. Other women been dying, would kill to get a nigga to do shit like this. And now your man starting to become that, even though he wasn't that at first. And now you finna start giving this nigga a hard time. You don't want to fuck him no more. You don't want to give him hair. You don't want to goddamn cook a meal for him. You picking fights with the nigga because you just feel in your spirit, in your intuition, right, that he's entertaining some new woman. God damn. It's like I said the other day, right? He didn't have access at first, right? Once he get money working out, get access. That's what it is, though, right? So you judging a nigga based on him not having access? Or him not being at his best self? Hell no, man. Come on, man. And that's what you was good with that shit. You thought you had that shit figured out. This was your goddamn plan, your scheme. And when I tell these niggas, this is why they get with bomb niggas, bro. This is why women get with bomb niggas, bro. Because the bomb nigga is comfortable to be with. He's not no threat. He's not intimidating. And these women never told these bomb ass niggas, because these niggas who think that they can get with a woman when they ain't got shit, and they start getting better and better and better and better and better throughout the process, throughout the duration of him being with her. These niggas be believing that these women gonna really stay with them when he start getting better. And they don't understand, bro. She didn't get with you hoping that you would get better. intending for you to get better, bro. That's why she got with your ass now. If she really wants you to do better, bro, she would have waited till you got better and would have got with your ass. Or she would have seen some hell of a results being produced and would have got with you. She wouldn't have got with you when you was at your mama's house or you was getting jailed and all over. No, nigga. Bro, listen. You believe that she is going to appreciate and be good with you actually getting better in front of her on her watch, right? She never told your stupid ass at all that she was going to be there with you or be there for you the moment you decide you want to snap up out of your bombness, nigga, and become a better man, bro. She never told you no goof ass shit like that. You think that shit. You assume that if she was with me when I ain't have shit, she gonna be with me when I get it. No, nigga, that ain't how it go. It ain't never went like that. We talking about you just didn't have nothing to your name, and now you starting to get money, and you starting to take care of yourself a little better. You wasn't on no shit like that, bro. We ain't talking about on some LeBron James shit to where he was clearly the #1 basketball player in the country when Savannah was fucking with him. So you just knew, all right, he gonna go to NBA. It just understood, man. If she got with you and you in college and you one of the best players in goddamn college, bro, and you about to go to the NFL, nigga, that's a difference compared to you was like with your mama, with your grandmama. You didn't know what you want to do with your life. You was a whole goddamn crumb and a bomb, nigga. You was actually fucked up, broke, didn't have no vision, no goals, none of that shit. And then she got with you. She didn't get with you thinking that your ass is gonna be better. Even though they lie to you and tell you that they got with you because you had potential, your potential was based on you look like you could be something. It doesn't mean she wants you to be anything on her watch, though. Not when she get to the point where she started emasculating you and talking crazy to your ass and coming at you sideways, dog. She ain't expecting for you to become better with your life at that moment, bro. That ain't the nah, nigga. Hell no. Hell no, nigga. Nope. That ain't what she expected, kinfolk. She got with him, right? He was broke. He didn't have options, right? And she was #1. He has money now, so his options opens up, and she's not #1 no more. That's a cold-blooded stuff. I'm gonna read that shit again. You cold-blooded out there. Red haze of green. She got with him when he was broke because he didn't have options, and she was #1. He has money now, so his options opens up. She's not #1 anymore. Give me a bowl of cereals on that one, man. Hold on. While I'm waiting. They got me still waiting. Hold up. They got niggas still waiting. That's cold. That's cold facts right there, man. Hey, get there. It's a woman talking to y'all, man. It ain't me. Y'all be trying to act like it be me. Y'all be trying to act like it's me. It don't be me talking to y'all, man. Hold on, man. There ain't nobody. That shit green, dog. As soon as I pour a bowl of fucking cereals, man, the goddamn shit turned green, dog. Ooh, that's some hoe ass shit, man. That's some bitch ass shit, kinfolk. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. God damn, man. That's some hoe ass shit, man. Fuck, man. What up, dog? I gotta pour this shit back. Well, I'm glad I ain't pour no milk in that shit. But that's some bitch ass shit. What up, devastating dog? Man, dog. Dog, y'all heard me pour the bowl. Fuck. Fuck. Damn, man. That's dirty, man. That's cold dirty right there. That ain't even cool right there, man. As soon as I pour the bowl, I look up the goddamn shit green. Fuck, man. Let me try to get through. I gotta get through West Virginia, dog. I gotta get through this shit, man. I can't. Man, I ain't gonna have. Now the food ain't mold. That shit fresh. Went to the store. Like last week, all this shit fresh, man. I be eating that shit up real quick. So, damn, man. As soon as I motherfucking get, damn, dog, nigga want to eat, man. What the fuck is going on? My charger, man. Let me get the fuck up out of here. I'm about to ride this fire. That's about 340 miles, man. I'm about to run this shit, nigga. I don't give a fuck. It be like 12 o'clock. Damn, bro. There's something wrong with molded food. I better not have no molded food around me. I'll be sick as a dog. Let me get out of here, dog. I gotta go, man. Motherfucker I gotta get out of here. I might be out there on top of Ohio. Well, top of Columbus and shit. About 1 o'clock in the morning, man. I ain't tripping though, cause I gotta get out of West Virginia though. I cannot be I don't wanna be fucking around with no West Virginia. So I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. What up, Fly Girl Cat? What up? Appreciate y'all, man. I get y'all later, man.